Form 1, second term, English language. Adding ing and ed to verbs. Textbook page numbers are 114 and 115. Let's look at the lesson objectives. First one is, you will be able to learn rules of adding ing to verbs. Secondly, you will be able to learn rules of adding ed to verbs. And finally, detecting spelling errors in words and making them correct. Let's move to the first section. It is adding ing to verbs. The first rule is, when we add ing to the verbs end in e, we need to drop that letter e and add ing to the verb. Look at the examples: drive, driving; escape, escaping; make, making; measure, measuring. So you can see there are two example sentences. Look at the first one. I was escaping from the tricky situation. Here the verb phrase is was escaping. In this verb phrase, the main verb is escaping. So this part ing, the ing form of this verb is, we form that form of the verb by dropping the letter e and by adding ing to it. And the second one is, she is struggling to meet her targets. Here also we used the same method. The second rule is, verbs end with a consonant. Look at the verb win. So the last letter of this verb is n. What is it? It is a consonant letter. So what do we want to do when we add ing to a verb end with a consonant letter? We need to double the last letter and we need to add ing. So we need to double the last consonant letter. Now in the first one, win, winning, we need to double the last n and we can add ing. Forget, forgetting, double t plus ing. So when we add ing for monosyllabic words, it means these types of verbs. So we get only a single vowel sound with the consonant letter. Win, in; forget, et; stop, op; travel, that, at. So we get a single vowel sound. For these types of verbs end with the consonant letter, we double the last letter and we add ing. But there are some exceptions. Look at these verbs: obey, draw, enjoy, know, pay. There are also the last letter is a consonant letter. But do we double the last letter when we add ing? No. Why is that? These verbs are not monosyllabic words. It means when we pronounce the verb obey, a; draw, o sound is coming; enjoy, oi; know, o; pay, a. Here they are not monosyllabic words. So we do not double the last letter and we just add ing to the verb. But for the verbs with monosyllabic sounds, we add ing by, before that we need to double the last letter and we add ing. Now let's move to the second section, adding ed to verbs. Now you know most of the verbs form their past tense by adding ed to the verb, like walk, walked, past, pass, passed, correct, corrected, suggest, suggested. So we add ed to form the past form. Second one is verbs end in e, simply add d to the verb. If the verb ends with letter E, we do not want to write ed again, we only add d. Raise, raised, like, liked, invite, invited. Third rule is when a verb with a single vowel ends in a single consonant, it is usual to double that consonant before adding the ed. So this is the same rule that we used in adding ing. If it ends with a single consonant sound with a single vowel, like grip, ip, it's a monosyllabic word, grip, ip. When we add ed, we need to double the last letter and we add ed. Grip, gripped, plan, planned, clap, clapped, chat, chatted, fit, fitted. So it's very easy. How can you find the correct rule? You need to pronounce the verb. Now when we pronounce the word clap, clap, ap, ap, it's a short vowel sound. It's a monosyllabic word. So we can double the last letter and we can add ed. But there are some exceptions. The verbs like suffer, loiter, stutter, they are not monosyllabic words. Suffer, loiter, stutter, For these types of verbs, we add only ed. We do not double the last letter, we add only ed. I think now you can try these activities: starting point activity, going further activity, and further still activity. In each activity there are, in the first activity, starting point activity, there are 3 questions. First question is practice forming the present participle of the following verbs by adding ing. Present participle means you need to add ing. So you need to remember the rules. And second question is form the present participle of the following verbs by adding ing and making any other necessary changes to the verb. And the third one is correct any spelling errors in the newspaper headlines. They have given you some headlines, you need to correct the spelling mistakes, errors. Likewise, going further activity is also same as starting point activity. There are 4 questions. You can do those questions. Further still activity, you need to rewrite the following extract, the given extract, correcting any spelling errors. So you may find some spelling mistakes, errors in some verbs. So you need to them correct. I think you can do these activities now. For your further knowledge, you can watch this YouTube video and can get some more knowledge about these rules. Let's look at the summary of this lesson. So we have discussed this lesson under main 2 sections. Under the first section, we discussed how to add ing to the verbs. There we discussed 2 main rules. First rule is the verbs ending in a, we drop letter e and we add ing. And the second rule is verbs end in a consonant letter with a monosyllabic word. We double the last consonant letter and we add ing. But you need to remember that there are some exceptions to that rule. And secondly, we discussed about adding ed to the verbs. There we discussed main 3 rules. First rule is for most of the verbs we add ed. For the verbs ending in e, we add only d. And for the verbs with a single vowel sound which ends with a consonant letter, we double the last consonant letter and we add ed. So these are the simple rules that you need to remember in this lesson. Thank you.